Olivia Wilde told a stranger to eat a bag of dicks. All of this and more here on Stream On. Aloha, friends. My name is Brooke Bergstoller, and you are watching Stream On here on theStream.tv. Here it is our mission, our goal, our objective to deliver you the freshest, trendiest of trending news from across your favorite social media platforms. From Facebook to Reddit, we discover the depths of the internet so you don't have to. I am joined today by my trusty sidekick, Jake Palmer, and the beautiful Kate DeRocher, who later in the show will be sharing with us everything that's happening in the world of movie magic. And Jake, of course, is going to be handling user comments for us today. But let's get it started. Here's what everyone is talking about over on Facebook. So, pregnant Olivia Wilde, the beautiful actress, has something to say to subway riders who would not offer her a seat on her subway ride. So she is very, very, very pregnant right now, and she took to Twitter today to shame other riders who didn't get up to offer her a seat. Her tweet read, "No big deal, able-bodied subway riders who won't give your seat to a giant prego. I'll just stand right next to your head and pray that I go into labor," which is absolutely hysterical. But Olivia, of course, has received a ton of backlash for her comments because this is what people do on the internet, with one Twitter user responding with, 1, I didn't tell you to get pregnant. 2, get an Uber, you can afford it. And 3, I paid the same amount as you for the subway ride. And that made the actress respond with, number 1, eat a bag of dicks. Number 2, that's all. Good for you, Olivia. Oh my goddess, people are crazy in New York and kind of crazy all over the world. Would you share your subway seat for a pregnant Olivia Wilde? Beyond her being super, super pregnant, she's like really hot. So I don't get the deal, people. I don't get it. But what I do get is that beautiful actress Chloe Grace Moretz is not taking a break from Hollywood. So amidst many rumors that she was taking a bit of a hiatus, some time off from acting, she's actually clarified to us that she is not doing so. She's just slowing down a little bit. She's taking time out of her schedule to focus on producing in hopes of one day selling 2 different TV shows that she's got ideas for. Chloe said, I pulled the plug on all my movies because I want to reassess who I am and find myself within my roles again. I'm realizing that I can slow down, that she can take a pause. So that's super beautiful. And what a luxury that she's, like 18 years old and is able to take a pause from acting. But good for you, Chloe. Can't wait to see what's next. Now, here is a very interesting story. Maybe you guys are familiar with the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the star Kim Zolciak-Biermann who came out of that show. You know, she has admitted that twinning with her young daughter is getting to be a little bit creepy. So it's really hard to miss the resemblance between Kim and her daughter Brielle Biermann. And they actually sat down with E! News, where Brielle admitted that she doesn't mind being compared to her mother. She doesn't mind looking so much like her mother. But a lot of other people apparently have a problem with this because the two have been getting mother-daughter lip injections. Jake, what are people saying about this on Facebook? Are they angry?
They're confused, as any normal human would. Facebook user Diane Pitts-Williams says, she calls it twinning. I call it living vicariously through your child. Get a life, Kim.
Ooh,
Fierce.
Burn.
Yeah.
Ooh, burn, baby. But also, do get a life. I'm kidding. She has a life. But no one needs lip injections. They are so beautiful. You don't need to put all that stuff in your face. What do you guys think? Let us know over on Facebook at theStreamtv. And let us know if you saw this story about Bella Hadid. So Bella Hadid is, of course, Gigi's sister. She's only 19 years old, and she's a supermodel. She was walking at the Michael Kors show at New York Fashion Week just the other day, yesterday, when she totally wiped out. The girlie took a tumble and fell down in front of everyone watching at the show. And it's actually really, really funny. If you're looking in the background of the photo, there's all these people with their iPhones out. Like, no one skipped a beat in making sure this was covered all across social media. So Bella, after she fell, was joined by her best friend, Kendall Jenner, who apparently walked down the runway as gracefully as ever. So kind of sucks when your best friend does it better than you. You know what I mean? Jake, what are people talking about on Facebook for poor Bella? What are they saying?
Well, people are talking about the quality and the nature of these shoes. Now, I don't have this problem, but Facebook user Leah Suzuki explains, every time I see a model fall during one of these shows, I can't help but think that I would never buy those shoes. If a professional can't walk in them, what chance do I have? And more importantly, what chance do I, Jake Palmer, have? I don't. I have none. I can't walk in heels.
Yeah, Jake, you know what? I don't think we need to put pressure on you to walk in heels anytime soon. But that's actually a really, really good point. And we were having this conversation earlier that, you know, if it wasn't Bella Hadid, Michael Kors probably would never book this model again. No one would ever book her again. But lucky for her, this press can only serve her for the good. So hope you can wipe off your scratches and your bruises, Bella, and get back on that runway, girl. Ooh, someone else who I hope can get back on the runway to goodness and love and happiness is Paris Jackson. So Michael Jackson's daughter, who is now, she's now 16 years old, I believe. She is the oldest child of Michael Jackson and tearfully took to social media yesterday to air her vulnerable feelings about how brutal the internet can be. So she broke down in tears in a video she posted online after cyberbullies were attacking her. She said that she doesn't understand why she's such an easy target and explained that she tries to be nice to everybody that she meets, and I'm sure that she truly does. Now, very, very sadly, Paris actually tried to commit suicide when she was only 14 years old because of this exact same thing, because of cyberbullies. So me hopes that someone pulls the girlie away from the World Wide Web. People are mean on the internet, y'all. They be trolling. It's all right, Paris. It's not just you. Lots of people say mean things about me on the internet, too. But here are some not so mean thoughts over in the world of Twitter. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Hashtag trending today is Thursday Thought. Happy Thursday, friends. So we have our first tweeter at A. Generelli. She used the hashtag Thursday Thought saying, is it Friday yet? Is it Friday yet, Jenna? It's not Friday. Sorry about that. And this is the best tweet that's ever gone out into the world. At King Henry the, what is that? At King
That's the eighth.
The eighth. At King Henry the Eighth said, you have to kiss a lot of Bolins before you find your Seymour. Hashtag Thursday Thoughts. That's a little historical joke for all of you Old English fans out there. And share with us your Thursday thought. Tweet at us at theStreamtv over in Twitter world. And now we're going to see what's happening in Instagram land. So, you guys, if you don't already know who the Kardashians are, I'm kidding, that's, of course you do. We actually have a show here at theStream.tv called Kardashians Anonymous. It's a Kardashian after show that goes live every Monday at 7 p.m. So be sure to check that out next Monday. And you can check out a little bit of your daily dose of Kardashians here thanks to Instagram account KardashiansF. First, we have a picture of Kourtney Kardashian, honestly looking hot as hell in a yellow bikini on her beach vacation. Seems like the Kardashians are always on a beach vacation. Next up, we have Kim Kardashian's big, gorgeous buttocks. Sorry to objectify you, Kim, but it seems like you've made a living out of it, so you shan't be offended. Pushing around her baby in a stroller, looking good as hell, Kim. And then finally, we have Northwest on the beach. You know, like I said, Kardashians are always on a beach vacation. Very interesting that these little kids are already in paparazzi shots, but hey, you're never gonna have to work a day in your life. So I say, take all the pictures you want. Of course, you can find us on Instagram at theStreamtv, as you might have guessed. You can also find us on YouTube at theStreamtv. Now, here's what else is happening in YouTube. There's a trending video from the Ellen DeGeneres show starring Michelle Obama. So Michelle Obama and Ellen DeGeneres decided to take a trip to CVS. And I'm not sure if this is just one big commercial for CVS, but it's hysterical nevertheless. So the two went out to CVS to show Michelle Obama what it will be like to be a normal citizen again when she actually leaves the White House this year, next year. So Ellen told Ellen told Michelle, "You push the basket because now nobody's gonna push it for you." And then later on in the video, some fans of Michelle and Ellen asked the two ladies to sign their box of Franzia wine. I'm wondering, I'd actually love to check this out, if that box of Franzia is now being sold on eBay for a cool $500. But to Jake's point, I actually wouldn't sell that box. You never know the value of a good box of Franzia a few years from now, you know? That wine will age well. Oh, and of course the autographs are of value. Right. Alrighty, you guys. Now, this is what's trending in Snapchat. Super interesting. The Wall Street Journal posted about this, that yesterday a deal was formed between Bayer and Monsanto. And Bayer, that name probably sounds familiar to you. They are a provider of aspirin, of painkiller medicine. And Monsanto is a seed company and also an agricultural chemical company. So the two merged forces in a $57 billion deal and have created one of the world's largest agrochemical firms. Now, again, your favorite aspirin just bought your food. Should those two things go together, please tweet at us at theStreamtv and let me know your thoughts. Also, in recent months, rival seed developers Syngenta, Dow Chemical, and DuPont have all struck their own deals, and this plate of deals means more than 80% of U.S. corn seed sales and 70% of the global pesticide market are now owned by just 3 companies in the whole world. Holy wow, that's absolutely crazy to me. Again, would love to know your thoughts. And here's another crazy story. Just yesterday in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Uber released or launched their pilot program of driverless cars. So Uber, the application that allows you to click a button and have someone come pick you up and take you wherever you need to go, is now trying to implement cars without people operating them. So they did this pilot test, and there actually was an engineer in the passenger seat, but in the driver's seat was a computer in these Ford Fusion hybrid sedans that they named Boron 6s. Very interesting. So I don't know, you guys. The creepiest part about this whole thing is that in the car, in the middle console, is a kill switch button, just in case we're in these driverless cars and you need to immediately stop the car to prevent danger. Now, of course, a lot of different publications are covering this story, and a lot of them are saying that it wasn't scary at all. Call me old-fashioned, but I think I would be pissing myself if I was in a driverless car. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, but I am ready. I am ready to see what people are talking about in Reddit world. So on Reddit, apparently Australians are petitioning to put Steve Irwin on their currency. A petition is calling for Australia to put the late conservationist, wow, Brooke, Steve Irwin on its currency, and they already have almost 20,000 signatures. The petition calls on citizens to pay their respects to the all-time greatest American bloke. Australian bloke. Wow, getting tongue-twisted, aren't I? I'm sorry, America cannot take Steve Irwin. He is Australian. One of the founders of the petition told the BBC, "We started this petition because the newer generation barely knows who is representing our currency." What are some commenters talking about over on Reddit?
Well, I think the people of Reddit are almost as ignorant as you, Brooke. Reddit user Murdvac says, "Well, most of us Americans already think he's on there." And while I didn't think that, I could have believed it very easily.
Ouch. Ouch, Jake, but thank you for that. Thanks for bringing me back to earth. You really ground me with your harsh commentary, Jake. Here is another harsh situation happening in New York right now. Public internet has been removed from New York kiosks after widespread porn usage. So this is why we can't have nice things, people. 8 months after the appearance of the first Link New York City hubs, which are or were internet kiosks meant to help bring the Big Apple into the 21st century, now the city has had to take a step back. The Link NYC team made an announcement saying, We know that some users have been monopolizing the Link tablets and using them inappropriately, preventing others from being able to use them while frustrating the residents and businesses around them. The kiosks were never intended for anyone's extended personal use, and we want to ensure that links are accessible and a welcome addition to New York City neighborhoods. Now again, basically what this means is that people were jerking off inside of these private internet hubs, and their semen was everywhere, and now we've got a mess on our hands, New York. Jake, I'm positive you can provide some comic relief.
Quite literally a mess on our hands, or their hands. Reddit user Caucus Aurelis says, great decision. Watching a homeless guy whacking it on 8th Avenue was not pretty. However, I don't know how much these Link kiosks even introduced that. I think that was going on long before this happened. But still, at least they don't have a place to do it now.
Ah, that's so wonderful. And I'm certain they are correct. Now, SNL, exciting news for Saturday Night Live, has just hired 7 new writers for season 41. So I guess Lorne Michaels is once again trying to rebuild his team. Saturday Night Live has already fired 3 cast members, including Jay Farrow, Taran, what's his last name? Do we know? Taran Killam. There we go.
I don't think he has a last name.
And John Rudinsky. But they have hired 3 new featured players and have promoted 2 new co-head writers. Now, aside from the co-head writers Chris Kelly and Sarah Schneider, we are not aware of what writers are coming back for season 41, but the new season is set to premiere October 1st, so I'm assuming that announcement must be coming soon. It must already be in the works, so sorry to those who were let go, but congratulations to those new cast members out there. Alrighty, and speaking of television, this is absolutely hysterical. This is the way to keep generations of men watching TV shows with nipples. Jake, are Reddit users talking about nipples?
Reddit users are always talking about nipples, but in this case, they're talking about, I guess, specific sets of nipples, particularly Jennifer Aniston's nipples. Reddit user Shageen says that if anyone goes to rewatch Friends, the hit TV show, you'll notice the nipples disappear for 1 season before their big money negotiation, I believe. But then they are back the following season. So, you know, apparently that's just a little window into the world of television. Apparently, nipples are big, big money. Big money, y'all. If that's the case, then I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You'll have to subscribe to our YouTube channel for that at theStreamtv. Here is our last story coming from Reddit. This is super funny. IKEA apparently has different prices for umbrellas on sunny and rainy days. And I actually really like this, that the umbrellas are nearly $5 on sunny days, but they're half the price on rainy days. Jake, what is a user comment from Reddit for this story? Well, Reddit user Muggler96 says, I thought they would get more expensive when it rains. Capitalism has ruined my way of thinking. Welcome to the club, comrade. You finally made it.
Fabulous. That's absolutely fabulous. Well, that's all I have for you today. But as I said, we are joined in the studio by the effervescent, charismatic, beautiful Kate DeRocher. Kate, what is happening?
Brooke, you are too kind. So speaking of ways to get men to watch movies and television, we have my first story. It's about Margot Robbie. And I know all of you guys out there are tuning in for her. So it turns out she has signed a first look deal with Warner Brothers. The Aussie actress signed her first look deal to develop and produce feature films through her Lucky Chap Entertainment banner. This isn't a huge surprise, as Margot has starred in a few Warner Brothers films already, such as Tarzan, Focus, The Legend, and Suicide Squad, of course. The actress has already set to make 2 projects at Warner's, one of them being a Suicide Squad spinoff for her character Harley Quinn. Maybe this one will be a little bit better than the real Suicide Squad movie. I don't know. We'll see. But the first look deal is a pretty big deal for women everywhere, as it continues to prove that Warner Brothers is a crusader for female-driven films all over. So thanks, Warner Brothers. I appreciate that. They're also set to make Wonder Woman, which obviously stars a female, stoked. And they are also prepping to create Ocean Ocho, which is a female spinoff on the crazy popular Ocean's 11 series. And I don't know about you guys, but I loved the one with Julia Roberts, so this can only be that much better. Story number 2 of the day. I like this one because I always get that I look like her. I don't really agree, but I'll take it. Anne Hathaway's new film, Colossal, will be released by a rather unexpected production company. The mystery on who the film will be released by is finally solved, and it goes to a new company formed by Radius co-founder Tom Quinn and Alamo Drafthouse owner Tim League. Colossal made its debut at the Toronto International Film Festival, which, if you don't know, and you haven't been paying attention to your movie news like I have, has been going on this past week in Toronto. Some really big movies coming out of it. This is bound to be one of them. So congrats, Anne Hathaway, and congrats to the new production company. It's no surprise that they're going with them, though, because apparently the executive producer is a good friend of Mr. Tom Quinn's. So the deal only makes sense. I'm excited to see the film, excited to see what the production company does with it. We'll just have to wait and find out. Next on my list is, let's talk about the new relationships forming in the next Guardians of the Galaxy film. If you're anything like me, and like the rest of the world, for that matter, then you loved the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Now, if you haven't heard, a new one is being created, and fans are stoked. I'm stoked. I'm so excited. Woo. But there's been some interesting developments in the cast for the sequel. The casting of Kurt Russell as Peter Quill's father had some people a little bit thrown off, caught a lot of people's attention, and it especially caught people's attention when it was revealed that he will be playing a living planet, which I don't really know what that means, but I'll watch it, I guess, okay. But Russell reassured fans that even though he's playing a planet, okay, doesn't mean that he won't have a part in like the bigger theme of the movie, which is family, parenting issues, all that good, fun stuff. And next, we have some pretty big director news. Steven Spielberg and Harvey Weinstein are going head-to-head again with competing films based on a true kidnapping story. Wow. If that doesn't sound intense already, then just wait till you hear what the film is about. It is about a 6-year-old Italian boy who in 1858 was kidnapped from his family and raised as a Catholic. He became one of the biggest priests. Just Google him, you'll see his name everywhere. It's crazy. So Weinstein and Spielberg are both going to be making this movie. And Weinstein has been developing it for 8 years now. 8 years. And all of a sudden, Spielberg's like, nah, I think I'll do it too. So we'll see how that goes. There was rumors of them teaming up, but Spielberg decided, nah, he's going to go ahead and fly solo on this one. We'll see which one we like more. Definitely going to be interesting. Either way, going to be a great film, so we'll have to check it out later. Thanks, guys. That's all my movie news. Brooke, what do you have left for us?
I feel like this is, on par with No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits. The same level of intensity of the same movie coming out at the same time. Wow, that's crazy, Kate. Well, thank you so much. For more stories just like that, be sure to find us on YouTube at theStreamtv. And for that matter, you can find us everywhere at theStreamtv. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Jake. Thank you for watching Stream On here on theStream.tv. I'm Brooke Bergstoller. You are magical. Now get out of here. Have a good morning.